friends with nothing and everything to say.
And now we're inviting you into the conversation.
Welcome
Welcome to
to
Randomly
Randomly
Speaking.
Speaking.
Yes.
Our first episode. Woo!
Absolutely. This is long time. This is the long time in the making, I would think. I don't know how long we're working on this, a couple months.
Man, forever and day. Since 1946, I think.
I know it's been in our minds for a long time. But it's finally here. And for everyone listening, again, I'm Q and Danny, and we're just two friends with a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I like to say our adult money so we can have a podcast. And
said adult money.
adult
money.
Not dope money.
Adult money. We grown up. We grown
older
up.
than 18 money. Well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we have
adults?
What do you say?
Once you're 18, I guess you are an adult, huh?
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to consider people over 18 adults sometimes, because I'd be like, my kids are children to me.
I don't. That's what I consider, like, my kids are kids, even though they're grown with kids. So they're all kids, a whole bunch of kids. Anybody that's around their age. That's why I don't understand how people could date people like their kids' age and stuff, because I see them as kids too. That's a whole nother whatever. But like, so anybody around their age, they're kids to me.
Oh yeah.
Because I see my kids, so it's like,
yeah. Well, I guess y'all ain't figured out we are also two people with special effects, so the conversation may deviate whenever it wants to, but I guess we'll give a little background to the people. How long we been friends? 14 years.
Has it been? It's been 14 years. You said?
Dooney's 14.
Oh dang! Yeah, so 14. Wow.
That's how
we can use him as our time marker.
That's my reference. I'm like, yeah, Junie's 14 because Junie hadn't even turned 1 yet.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I remember the baby Junie.
14 years. We've been friends 14 years. We met and hung out for about 2 months, and then about three months.
Yeah.
And then we went our separate ways, but somehow, I don't know.
That's crazy. Yeah, because we did. We did that, and like I actually lived with you on my way out of Hawaii.
Yeah, but
that's when we really like the bond. And I don't even know how that came about or whatever. I knew I had to do my household goods and stuff, and we were both in transition.
We started hanging out because it was no. I mean, I know how we met, but I don't know how we started hanging out. We started hanging out like all the time suddenly, like we kind of met, and then because by the time that you even came to stay with us on your transition out of Hawaii, it was more of me and you friends than you and them. So I'm like, I don't know, I guess, we just vibed. I guess what else? What reason do people have to listen to us?
I mean, so
we're funny.
We are. And so that's the thing, because like our conversations, so we're military vets. We got all kinds, military vets, whatever, done the parenthood thing. Even like mental health. We can talk about that. But everything to us is not a joke, but like when we having our moments, when we down, like that's why I don't mind talking to you. I love calling you, talking to you, whatever. One, if I need to be talked off a ledge, you'll talk me off that ledge. But two, if I just need to vent or talk about whatever.
If I need to talk you onto the ledge, I do that too.
Yeah. Sometimes you do got to talk me onto the ledge. Like, come on, Danny, come on, you can
Let's do it. Let's do it.
But all of that, like the conversation can go in 50 different directions. By the time I get off the phone, I don't even remember why I called you. Like for real. Like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Great conversation.
You have a podcast. So I guess this right here, this call that we do, and is to me worthy of making the podcast because I guess the dynamics of it, where we never lived in the same city or state after that first 3 months of meeting each other, but we've been having these phone calls of life, like no, like, hey, I'm gonna call you. Nothing. It's just like random. Like, it's so many times where I'm like, oh damn, he called. What's up? Boom. We might not even talked in 2 months, you know. But I think this call that we've been having, and these calls have been pretty much lifelines, where it's like, hey, you know, either I'm moving, and hey, I just want to let you know I'm moving. This is what's new in my life, and we get the skinny on each other, and then, you know, the conversation's over. Or it's like, hey, you know, the world is crushing me, or this is my big accomplishment. Like, that's what I love about it. But I think so many people could also benefit from just not everything we talk about. Well, I tend to think that everything we say
everything we say is important, right?
Podium is worthy for the podium. But I also just think that the conversation, because the experiences we've had and to come out of it sometimes, I genuinely feel like where I am right now and where I was and the things that I've been through, someone can benefit from it. You know, the same with you, like, and to look at like who you are and your background and stuff like that. It's just someone who can relate, and why keep it to ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Let somebody give presidential speeches that we be giving.
Yeah, it's been many therapy sessions and everything else. So not just the friendship, the random road trips, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Random meetups and stuff. But just I feel like everybody should have that in life. And maybe life wouldn't be so hard to navigate sometimes if you had like a circle of people, you know?
Without rules. We didn't have any rules.
Yeah. No, there are none. You know, and we don't require anything of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's like if I don't talk to you for 3 months, it's cool. I might, you know, hit you up. Are you good? Just to make sure you're good or whatever. As far as like having long conversation and stuff, is not. It doesn't have to always be that. Just to have like a sounding board or whatever, or just somebody, you know. They say you got my six.
Like, I've been fine with like social media. The fact that like I could see, you know, somewhat things on social media to kind of have an idea of life, but you know, then I mean we do gotta talk, but you know, if I ain't talk to you, I'm not pressed. Like I see, like if you didn't show up no more on no socials, I might be like, where Danny?
Yeah, where you at?
Keeping track of your life that way, and then we hit each other up because it was just so much going on. I mean, you gotta think I have 4 kids. Well, I have 4 kids, and you know, our lifestyles totally did not match, but somehow I don't know it. And that's the funny thing. Me and no one's lifestyle really matches except for the keys. Like, other than that, you know, our lifestyle didn't match, but somehow we made it work. And the way you used to pop up on me hours away in my state, like shit, like damn.
I mean, you know, and sometimes, you know, it was good for me because sometimes I needed that escape. I needed that getaway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't catch any charges or something, you know, but like let me go ahead
though, because I'm glad that you went to like the big stuff, like important stuff in my home. You know, you got to meet the people who weren't connected to us in Hawaii, like the non-military people.
Yeah.
Like, I like that part, you know. I don't know.
And they were cool people too. So it wasn't even like it was, you know, I just, hey, it pop up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, where you? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm staying right here. You know?
This went from fun and bubbles to like just real life. It just in reality, because we met on some straight party tip. It was never no like real stuff. It was all party and more party. We never even worked together. We never even. I think I saw you in uniform once or twice when you was out processing.
I don't know
if you ever saw me in uniform because I was not going to work.
And that's the thing, because like even in the midst of like, you know, the adversity and the trials, you know what I'm saying? Forget the tribulation, the trials. We covered it up with partying, having a good time. Let's work out. Let's get a smoothie.
And you remember running around what is it, Ala Moana? Yeah, Ala Moana.
Oh,
the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yep. Body all broke up. That's why I was getting.
I don't know why you was running with me with that heel. I don't know why you was out there running with me with that heel.
Surgery. Look, just had surgery and everything. I'm sitting here running like, oh, I think I need to slow down. So I'm like, why are you running? like dumb stuff, you know.
I should have pulled out that, or I might put it on here, that the picture of you on that scooter.
Oh, yeah.
So let me take this scooter out. What?
I don't know why.
So I don't know why we were so risky too. And it's so funny because everybody was always just game for anything.
Yeah.
Like somebody was like, hey, y'all wanna go hiking? All right, everybody gather up hiking, but everybody drinking. All right.
Right. With everything, like, and that was just it. Like, and so, but I'm not saying to come from that because like there were some people back then that they were only really we were in each other's lives for that, and we're not friends anymore. You know, we don't talk anymore, whatever. Um, and stuff. That's really all it was. But we managed to like come out of that, surpass that part, and actually create like genuine friendship and kinship. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. That's why I do think like when you personality wise, like you meet the people you should meet because it was no reason at all. Far as life has shown me for me and you to have met. Like we didn't meet each other at work. We didn't meet each other because we went to the same gym. Like we
didn't go to the same school. Like
it was the same as meet somebody on the street and becoming friends with them. You know.
Yeah,
that was kind of crazy, but I like it. I guess that's what's been these calls. Like have been keeping us going. Like these calls, though, as random as they have been and as sporadic, you know, all over the place, it has been our lifeline because each time we do have a call, it's been worth it, or it's been like, of course, it's always worth it, but then it's like we've always taken something from that, whether it's dealing with life or hey. Boom, let's meet up, let's talk, let's see each other, you know, soon, you know. Even if we don't make something definite, like, well, let's see each other soon. And then, you know, we have that both in the back of our minds and we see each other. I'm grateful you weren't one of those people like, oh, my friend ain't called me. I'm done with that friend.
No, but I've had people like that. And I'm like, you understand me. If you're really my friend, you understand who I am. You understand how I operate. You understand that, no, I can't call you every day. Unless I have something to say. I can't call you why am I calling you every day? I text you, hey, are you okay? Are you good? You know, whatever. But, and I've had friends get pissed, get mad, but like, you know, you're not calling me every day. I said, but I've talked to you about this. So it's not even like you don't know me. It's not even like you don't know. So I, you know, to take that as a slight towards you, like I'm, you know, whatever, then now I'm trying to be this extroverted. Let me hit you up every day and I'm tired. Like now we sit on the phone. Why?
If people decided because I ain't call or text them enough, they want to be my friend, I wouldn't have a single friend, not a single soul in my life. Because I know I spent a great amount of time not calling and texting folks. But really, it's not because I just didn't want to, but life is life, man. And I always had a full house, a bunch of kids. Like if you wasn't in my space, I had nothing to offer you. But I appreciate that, man.
We're adults and like you got relationships, you got other stuff to tend to. It's not like we like, you know, little kids at home with our parents calling, can you come out and play? You know,
right. We didn't have to talk about every day. When we was hanging out in the same place, we didn't have to talk about every day. We was just partying.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were sitting down having no conversations about nothing.
What drink did you come up with now? What concoction are we about to
try? We was pretending to study. I got those pictures too. Like, somebody sitting down studying, huh?
Studying what?
I don't know what you were studying or claiming to study at that time, but you were studying.
I wouldn't even put it past myself.
You were studying something. And I'm like, okay. He is knee deep in school, but also we about to juice and drink in a minute. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm the serial student. I have been a serial student since I guess I came out the womb.
That was me, and I'm so ready to get back in school, man. Boy, when this last little college debt go off, man, I got like $800 debt at school. Once that's done, boo boo. I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you going to school for?
Getting somebody's degree money again. I gotta find something else I want to do. I thought about going further with education just for the okay, this might sound crazy, but I was like, what if, even though I don't want to teach, you know what I'm saying? And I realized like I went through all that. I didn't go all through all that for nothing, because I do feel like going to college for education taught me about my life and my children. And the reason and why is because the classes and things you have to do to become an educator are very psychological based. And you learn about children. Learning about children and the inner workings of children from birth to 5 years old teaches you about you as an adult.
Yeah.
Because you learn, the thought processes. So I thought about maybe going as far as like maybe trying to get into like school administration, because I do want to have a group home, and I want to I want to have a group home that is what is it? Everything's there.
All encompassing. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I don't want the children to have to go away to school. Not because I think that school is not a good thing, but I also know that foster children it's not always a good setting.
Yeah.
And foster children spend a lot of time sometimes out of school due to the instability of moving around and things like that, And think about, like, I went to 2 schools within like the first freaking year of going to foster care. Like, not even first year, like the first 2 months, I went to 2 schools. I had to get to know 2 different sets of students at a young age. It wasn't good, So I think that if I start to focus back on education, then that'll give me a little bit of leverage there or an advantage, because you can keep kids home, but you can't have kids that aren't educated.
Right.
You also, even if I do plan for everyone to be like, it'd be other people hired. I don't want to be I don't want to be a person doing it. Like I everything. But I don't know what right looks like if I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be so knowledgeable on every part of running it, like what everybody's job is, because you're never going to be perfect. So what happens, what happens when you run into the person who ain't quite, on the up and up.
Yeah.
Place. Like you gotta have, it's a risk in everything, but I really want to put my energies and my knowledge where it'll be beneficial to running a group home and having foster children, and being knowledgeable enough to stand in those spaces and not, look like I'm just, winging and I'm trying to just have like some random, foster kid situation.
Yeah. Well, I could be like, I could come by. I could be your visiting nurse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my new career or whatever. So I can do that. I can also teach some entrepreneurial type stuff. Have some little workshops or whatever.
It'll be something. You didn't want to know, like I probably told you a little bit, but you didn't want to know how crazy this thing has got in my mind about this, group home. Because I want it to be like a community, like a group home village, not a big old. I mean, if I want a big old building, fine, but like a community where these children go to. And the reason I feel like that is because group homes are so institutionalized and so like an institution. Children shouldn't be feeling like they're being punished for things that adults did. And when you put them in those non-home like settings, it's not home. You take me away from my parents or my family or people I know the most, and then you stick me in a place that looks like a psych ward, or you stick me in a place that is ran like a institution where people are, have to walk this type of way, all that stuff. I don't like that. I want it to be where a place where there's a lot of parents, like the staff are parents of these students, or I wouldn't say parents because I don't want that, but like these are like the essentially aunts and uncles of these children.
Yeah.
And we're now all guardians, and we live in these homes like with them, but not, it ain't 20 kids in a home. It's like a household. Like if I get like it's a 5-bedroom home or a smaller home, but I want a little village where they can do everything, work out there, go to school there, have some type of medical attention there. I don't want to make it abnormal where they're quarantined. So, children can go, we can take people out to the hospital, we can do that stuff. But I want, if a child does not leave, they still can have everything they need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have to leave to get what they need. So I think as far as education is concerned, I go back towards education. As far as going to school, if I go back towards education, I will never, ever, ever, ever get involved with social work again. My mental couldn't even handle that. As far as like education wise, I think that will give me an upper hand. The rest of the stuff I don't need. Like, of course, I got to do some certifications and stuff, but like all the rest of that, I don't want to do that. It don't even take all that to be a foster parent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just want to have everything I need to be a better foster parent.
You see, my thing has always been doing, because I feel like we've gone away from like the community centers and stuff. Mm-hmm. In the communities and everything. And so my thing has always been just being an all-encompassing community center as far as actually offering and showing kids more than just sports and everything else, having a safe haven. So, mm-hmm. Home and whatever, life skills, how to prepare a nutritious meal, whatever, how to take care of yourself.
Right.
How to write a check. Sometimes people, I guess they still need a check. But basically, like, financial literacy, stuff in our community that we really do need, and stuff that's important to survival. I think, and I didn't realize till my son went into the military and went to boot camp, he didn't know how to address an envelope. Like, he didn't know what to write on the envelope and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about that. I learned that, growing up and everything, but he didn't. So when I say life skills, like down to the nitty gritty, like even if you do like mock, this is your apartment, whatever, this is your day to day. How do you buy groceries? Everything, just all encompassing, so people have more of a chance, and also introducing them to other careers, other paths. College is not for everyone. There's trades out there, which I want to do. Yes, I'm a serial student and I got degrees or whatever, but had I done, I'm also an entrepreneur. So maybe I would have taken one of those trades and done something else, So I'm kind of turning nursing into like a trade, so to speak. Go get my bedside and all the other stuff and see what I can do with that. But I just want people to see, because when you introduce people to stuff, that's when they're more than likely to possibly change their ways, change their path, if they're not headed down the right path, or even maybe open their eyes up to some opportunity they didn't know existed,
Yeah, that's it right there.
Don't know, you just don't know. And so people are like, well, no, you have to be introduced to stuff, you have to know there's another way to do some things and everything. So I want that, and also the STEM stuff in our communities, introducing. I just want to be able to introduce everything. So I need like bona fide, serious, legit people to come around and put on these workshops and have stuff set up, have a kitchen set up to where kids can cook, and almost like the Montessori skills and stuff, how to iron. Can you iron your clothes? Whatever.
How to wash them jokers.
Yeah, wash them too. First wash them, iron, everything. Just everything.
And that's why I want at-risk youth, like the children that are older, who are more likely to age out. Yeah. Because when they age out, they just gone, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to those years of their life, they're being taught those things that you're talking about, and they have a greater chance of not becoming homeless or have trouble with the law, or just forced to struggle because of their beginnings. So like those that like a place like community center and opportunities you want are like the things that I also think are be beneficial to these type of children that I want to be in this group home, because I had siblings when I went to foster care. And we did not see each other no more until later. Like I was the one who, like Like I didn't see my other siblings. I spent many, many years not seeing them. Even though after I left foster care, I went with family, I still did not see my siblings because at the time it was 5 of us when we got taken away. Nobody's taking 5 kids.
Yeah.
And my mama had a total, she had more kids, but it was 5 of us. The infant got adopted like really soon. So we didn't see her for her until she was like 17, 18. And then the rest of them. And I'm like, how do you avoid having siblings, 5 siblings break up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you avoid having, like my sister, she aged out. How do you avoid that situation? She aged out, had to put herself through college. Like she had no help. Like she did her college on her own. Like my college was paid for. Like I did not graduate with worries of student loans and none of that. She graduated with worries of student loans because she came out of foster care. It should have been something or someone there to support her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she spent her years, having to still pay that off and do that just to be an upstanding citizen. Luckily, she's always just been super smart. So her going to college was, kind of, that's right up her alley. But I just think that the world is not ours anymore. It belongs to them. So do what we can do to make it better,
Right.
So that's how I want to tell you. What do you think a goose master is?
A goose master? Just from what you said, goose master, are we doing something with some geese?
So there's a job as a goose master where they go around with a border collie and they run off the geese. I want that job. You drive around all day you drive around with a border collie in your car. And it says over there, that there's a dog in here. Like, this is your duty dog, which is a border collie. And they go around and they chase the geese out of places like when the season changed and the geese are out here pooping all over the sidewalk or whatever. Like, they haven't been there. I had been seeing this card that said Goose Master, but I thought it was like a prank. Like, not like a prank, but I thought like somebody put like they call themselves the Goose Master.
Yeah. They really are a Goose Master.
Nosy me taking up my trash, and I see a car ride by, but then I'm looking like, it's a phone number on there, and then it said something about geese. So I ain't got nothing else to do. So I walked over there. She was at the other lake, and I'm like, nosy people with nothing else to do. What's up? What you doing? And she was like, oh, this is my dog. And I was like, how'd you get into this? She was like, oh, it was just on Indeed one day. For one, why I never saw that job on Indeed.
Because you didn't put in Goose Master. I'm looking for a Goose Master job. Like, how do you? What did she search for Goose Master?
Even then, what did the job description say? You know what I'm saying? But she drives around. It's a decent car. She drives around in the car as a border collie. She walks to she goes to hospitals and places where because you know how the geese are, and she goes out. So I saw her. She was looking at the other lake over there. And she was like, "Oh, if I went out and it was a lot of geese, whatever." She's like, "I would have came and took my dog out and sent him to." I'm like, "What?" So I got a trained dog on duty.
So did you call and apply?
I didn't, but I was like, I might need to look online and see if I can.
I think you would be okay doing that for a little bit of whatever. That actually fits you. That fits you.
A goose master chasing off geese with a dog all day.
I feel like you would hold that job for more than 2 weeks. I do.
Me too.
I do. Because that's just something fits. And you're driving around and chasing geese. Do you gotta take pictures? How do you prove that you're really doing your job? Do you gotta take pictures of it or something?
I don't know, but they contracted to the whole complex where I live. So this is they getting paid. They come out here all the time.
Oh, hey.
Humane geese removal. Meet our goose dogs. Look.
Oh, wow.
This is their fleet of these are these are lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Do y'all want a peekaboo on the list?
Let me find out. Next time I talk to you, you tell me, yep, I got the job. What job are you talking about, girl? I'm a goose master.
Yeah, I was like, man, because I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, man, I really need something outside of the house to do with my time for when I'm not when I'm not doing stuff at home. Like when I'm completely like done, if I'm not online designing something, I'm not in here cleaning up or whatever shit case is. I'm like, man, I think I should get me a little jobby job. And I was like, maybe I should go work like an overnight job somewhere around here, like one of these gas stations or something. Then I was like, man, what if I get robbed?
Yeah, doing it like that. Like the only overnights I'm about to do is these 12, these 312.
Yeah, I don't want an important job. You good on that. See, I don't want an important job. I don't want no job when nobody's really relying on me.
I'm kind of nervous because it is an important job. I did a midlife crisis, whatever, switched my career up completely. You know what I'm saying? I went from basically pushing papers, making a lot of money pushing papers. You know what I'm saying? To now your life is in my hands. Like,
but you get older,
you're supposed to like have less responsibilities and stuff.
It ain't your time yet, dude. You ain't like you're old. You still young. I know the world don't say that.
Lady today, I saw her on socials or whatever. She's 55 and she's in nursing school, and I can't even really talk because I'm already thinking of my next. Like, am I gonna go NP? Should I just go to medical school? Like, what am I doing? You know, I ain't even started my first shift yet, and I'm already trying to figure out like what my
So let's go and put this out there in the atmosphere thing on it. One thing the world does not know is how quickly you will go get a degree and change professions. You're not going to medical school right now, Pete. Go to work as nurse for one shift. Please give us one shift before you think about transferring to medical school, and then we got damn. I'm like, damn.
Well, I might just go like I can start NP school now while I'm working and stuff because half of it, like I got to get my clinical hours anyway. I got to find a preceptor or whatever, and I'll already be at work, so I'll be at work doing what I'm doing. You know.
I feel like you already know too much information on how to do this.
You said, how do I know how to do this?
I feel like you already know too much information on how to do this. I'm going to call in backup reinforcements. Like, y'all, please, somebody take P phone.
And I even know what I need to do for medical school already.
We're gonna distract you with vacations. Put vacations on your calendar.
I do have vacations coming up, so that's the other thing. Before my first shift, I already gotta be like, look, so we need to work my schedule. So I have this time off and I have this time off. I'm good. I can do 6 straight this way. Will y'all allow me by this time to do 6 straight? Okay, and that'll cover the weekend and a holiday weekend at that. So I got y'all while y'all go do your thing, but I need this time and this time. And probably like once a month. Well, no, I'm just gonna work my schedule. So then I just have time, so I don't have to take leave and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna see, how long I can.
She go walking into the job on off days.
I'm like that going straight because I'm really for real not trying to go into it, with the mindset. Thankfully, I'm blessed enough though. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be worried about chasing overtime, I don't have to worry about chasing overtime shifts and stuff. I don't have to worry about certain things, House is covered, what I need is covered.
Yeah,
I can. That's a blessing, truly a blessing. So also, this wasn't even, some people was like, oh, was that a money grab, career change? No. I'm still
too much work for a money grab career change. Do they not realize like your resume could have got you a money grab job?
Yeah, but I already had a great paying job. I was already up there in the, you know what I'm saying?
You were promoted, so
yeah. I got promoted in this while I'm sitting there. Still, I got another promotion. Everything could have got another one. I turned down a promotion, as a matter of fact, because I was about to graduate and become a nurse.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That'd be work job for a money grab, not with what you got to put up with.
Yeah, that's why I say this is truly for the purpose of what I'm doing. Wanting to be have something to do something more purposeful. But I find that I actually, as antisocial as I am with the whole nursing stuff, I shine as far as being able to have the one-on-one and like talking to the patients. I'm naturally a nurturing person and everything. So I'm able to do all the little stuff. People like, oh, that's so soft and you're so soft and whatever. I'm able to actually do that.
Yeah.
And I can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
you ain't antisocial, you introverted. There's a difference. You're not antisocial, you're introverted. There's a difference.
Right, but sometimes being introverted makes you antisocial because you got to recharge, man.
Yeah.
You got to recharge, and people don't understand. That's why I can't call you every day because I got to recharge. Like, let me recharge my battery.
I got to recharge just off my shit. My thoughts work me hard enough to where I don't have
that too. And then, see, and learning how to like deal like learning how to deal now, like even with like ADHD, right?
Somebody in your house?
No, ain't nobody in my house. The phone. It was my phone.
Oh.
No. It's somebody in my house. I don't have any. No, I live by myself.
They learn how to cope with ADHD?
Yeah. Oh. So learning that. So right now I'm learning like systems as well. You know, I have some systems, but just so I don't, because it's so much like for me, and you got to look at everybody's ADHD is definitely different, you know, and stuff. And I'm hyper focused, impulsive. That's why I said one day I was like, hey, I'm thinking about being a nurse. And that same day I was enrolled in school.
Yeah.
So, but let me be for real though. I had thought about it before about the medical field. Not even.
I mean, it was still important because even though you talked about and thought about it when you did it, that was quick, Pete. That was really like.
And then I went into an accelerated BSN program while working a full-time job.
That's good though. That's good for your brain though, because you didn't need that's what you needed. That was perfect for you. I like that because it gave you the challenge you needed. If it was too simple for you, you would have wanted to get out of it because it would have become like a stagnant thing. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But people do need to know that doing an accelerated BSN program is no joke, especially if you have no medical education at all. Like if all you know is about like your home country remedies and stuff from your grandmother or whatever, drink the cod liver oil type stuff, but you have no real like, and then military first aid, whatever.
Right.
If you're on deployment, you know how to stab yourself with this shot, you know, and so yeah, it's hard. And then if you're trying to maintain life, job because you're trying to pay for school, whatever, man. So don't take that junk lightly. With that, I have to say, as intelligent as God made me and how easy my degrees have been, even my master's degree, my MBA, that was compared to nursing.
Yeah.
And my MBA was cake. That was simple. That was easy to get attained. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nursing thing, that's the hardest thing actually, and the most challenging thing I've done.
I've heard about it. I've seen that.
You know? And then for me, as far as taking like licensing tests, national tests or whatever, I have a pretty good track record. And that was the first time, like for real, like I failed my NCLEX the first time, so I had to take the NCLEX twice, you know. And I don't even care what was going on around my life, but still, you know, for me, it's like this junk is hard, you know.
Something with more than 20 questions is a struggle.
See, at question number 20, the first time around, I knew I was fried. I was like, God, please, can you just make the test stop? Because like the NCLEX goes to like, normally like it goes to like 85, but it can go up to 150 questions because it builds off of however you answer the questions and everything.
Right.
Basically giving you more opportunity to prove that you know what you're doing to pass the test. But by question 20, I was like, oops, I'm not prepared. God, can we just stop at 85 and let me try again later? You know, God said, nope, you sitting here for all 150.
He said, you knew that you was moving and changing your whole entire life. Why would you take this test in the middle of cross the state move, cross the damn map move, and every life transition possible at the same time? But yeah, you gonna sign for this test? All right, let me show you how.
I did too. Like I got my sit pass and I scheduled my test for the very next day.
You need to sit. He said you need
I
to
opened my email. It said you have your sit pass to take your test. I opened up the scheduler. There was one slot open for the very next day, and the next slot wasn't for like a couple weeks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I should have scheduled the one for a couple weeks, I said nope. I was like, I'll study. Actually, no, I had 2 days. I'll take that back because then I was like, I'll study for a day, and that whole day that I was supposed to be studying, I was preparing for my closing on my house, which
Yeah.
happened like test on a Thursday. I closed on my house on Friday.
Yeah, and you was doing all that moving stuff and packing and trying to help everybody else move. Like,
yeah, I was, getting a divorce or whatever.
I'm proud. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad he made you take a break and get some rest before you took it again. So that way, you went down in history properly.
Even if you don't want to wait, they make you wait.
It went down in history properly. It did the right way. You gotta think though, even with that time that you took, that's obvious. I mean, you had it already because with all that time from graduating to thinking it again and to retain that knowledge, you did well. That just proves that your little butt had to sit down and take a breather for a minute because you was going 100 miles an hour. I mean, when you left here and went to Texas, I mean, you really was on the go, man. I'm proud of you for getting it done, but you was on the move. You wasn't giving yourself no little breathing room to do. No,
see, I have breathing room now. That's why I've been able to plot out my next possible course of action. And yes, one way or another, it's gonna be DR in front of my name, and that's just what it is. One way or another, whether I'm a nurse practitioner or whether I'm an MD, whatever, DR is gonna be in front of my name.
I've been thinking about going back to school just to do something, to get a doctorate, just to have anything, be any, but the librarian. I don't care what it is, but I ain't got that energy you got. You have never had a graduation with anyone at it except for my high school.
For real? So you need to do that. So figure out what you about to do. Go to school. We're gonna
start. I was married. I graduated college married. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah. But so figure out what you're gonna do so we can have a big celebration.
Shit, I'll have me a celebration on just going to do it. But like, what's this celebration for? Going to college, taking
okay. So we can do that too. We can do like the hey, yay, you're ready to go. You're enrolled.
Grandma's back, guys. Because you always somebody's grandma when you're in college classes. You always the older person.
I was a mama in class. I'm like, look, I ain't got that many kids. I said I had one kid for a reason. Y'all too much. Y'all too much on my mental.
Now, you know what? Surprisingly, in education, it was kind of 50-50. I did not have my when I went to started at FSCJ, it was like my age bracket, it was like half and half.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder why so many, people in their 30s is, becoming educators, but I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't really care that much.
Yeah, there was so I know around campus because like the campus had everything in it. I saw older people doing other stuff, and I think more of the older people were doing like the associate nursing degree or whatever and stuff. But in my class, it was me. Then there was one. I want to say she was like 2 years younger than me, and she had like 3 kids. So she really was like mothering, my child grown and stuff. So I was just in there doing me, but still, it's
good though. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it. The only thing for me was when you're older and you around younger people, your patience for certain things is shorter. So, and not to say that, like, I'm not trying to say somebody's dumb or whatever, but you know how when you're in those settings where it's discussion, lectures, questions, conversation, and there's always those people where you're wondering, like, do you have any common sense before you join this course? Like, did you do the prerequisites? Like, did you finish high school? Because you don't know how to opt, like, that's the stuff. Like, my tolerance is so low for like people who be like with excuses. Like, I feel like I'm the teacher when I'm in a college class. So I be thinking, is that how you want to answer that fucking question? You really think that was the answer? Like, you should have said that. Like, you're lazy. And why y'all late? And why y'all talking during the discussion?
And so, and that was me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And like they used to laugh, like the teacher would leave out the room, and when they were really just doing stuff, I'd get up there and fuss them out so bad.
Right. That's like, oh my God. Shut up.
I'll put them out there, be like, hey man, Danny, y'all done pissed Danny off or whatever. I was like, I don't understand. I would tell him, I said, I don't understand. Like, y'all just want shit handed to you. All kinds of conversation, all kinds of conversation. Why do you keep coming late? You mad because we teasing you, but you keep showing up late, walking across the front of the classroom and stuff. Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. And so like, and they knew, they'd be like, or sometimes it was so funny because someone would tell them like, hey Danny, while you were gone, such and such did such and such or such and such said something. I was like, okay, they're like, no, but I really think you should be the one to say something to him, I said, why don't you check,
Class leader.
Right. Unofficially, right? Unofficially.
Like, you hear other people's excuses on why they do some work, you be like, I went home and I built 2 houses. Went to another country and came back and raised kids, and you didn't get that paperwork done. All right, kick them out of here. Kick them out.
Right. For real, because then that was the other funny part, because they would be like, oh, you're going on vacation again, like over the semester, whatever. And I'm like, what are you guys doing during our break? And I'm like, oh, I'm going cruising, whatever, going on vacation stuff. They're like, man, it must be nice. I said, I'm grown. If I can't do this stuff, something must be wrong, like, And they're like, what are you doing? When I was looking for a house and stuff, they're like, are you about to buy a house? Must be nice. I'm like, you're 12 years old. You're going to be able to buy your house one day.
Right.
I can't do this stuff. Something is wrong. Y'all know I got a job. Y'all know, I was like, so I said, you should be looking at me crazy if I'm sitting here in this class at this age, like, dang, where's my next meal coming from? Where's my, whatever. I said, then you should be like, dang, what does she do in her life to be here right now?
Yeah.
This prime age that she has to. I said, then you should be like, dang. I said, but this is what you got or whatever. I said, y'all starting with this medical stuff early, so y'all gonna surpass what I got right now.
Right.
Like, but
I don't know. I don't mind. I like being the older person. I'm like, cool. Because you don't just suffering. You can be like, oh, I got class, but y'all, Bahamas next week. I got you. All right, cool.
Right. All that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it feels different. You hinder it, you get it better, and shoot, it don't feel, so crazy. Yeah. So
I will say though, so it's never too late to make a change, man. Like if there's something you want to do in your life, I always say, as long as I have breath in my body, I'm gonna switch it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know I'm always like changing up with something, but I feel like I would be so. I don't want to regret. Like, dang, you had. Like, what's stopping you? Like, if there's something that you truly, truly want to do, there's a way to do it. Whether you find money, I haven't paid for any of my degrees.
Right.
Not, aside from military, whatever, but always finding a way. Scholarship here, scholarship there. Yeah, you might have to give somebody back some time or whatever, but I don't have the college debt. I've never had to carry college debt or whatever. So just find a way to do some stuff. There's gonna be some sacrifices too. Some people ain't really willing to. They want everything, but they ain't really willing to sacrifice some stuff, So it must be nice to have those degrees. I worked for it, some way, shape, form, or something. I worked for it, not just doing the work for school, but I had to work to get the money to even do it,
Yeah, I think that I applaud you, because it is, a big deal to go to school later, and it does show people that it's no time limit. Like you want to go. You want to do this, try it. You want to be in there because you bought a home. These are all things that people feel like, oh, it's too late in life for that. Like I've even been that way at times, but I'm like, man, my friends continuously show me like I'm not, too late in life, for anything. And so I think that does show. Like I'm pretty sure those girls who worked with you, who was in school with you and really adored you, I know that was like, damn, that gave to have one representation and to see that there's no time limit on it, and you did it with enthusiasm. You did it also, you showed them that, hey, it wasn't just easy for you. Like I gotta study. This is caused difficulties, there's challenges, but I can still do it, including having, life going on. Because many young students, they only have school and like maybe some small job that they, some job they keep in the, have change money or whatever. But to like really do life and do it. And I tell you, at 40 doing shit, like you really standing up for yourself, because I think 40 is a whole mental change anyway. So
It is, because I just want to be like, fuck you, and fuck you sometimes. But I'm not there. I think maybe at 50 I could do that. I don't know. At 50 can I tell people like fuck you?
You can do it now.
I can do it now, and then
you can do it after 40, right? The day after you turn 40, because the day you turn 40, you can do it, but you should be celebrating. The day after you turn 40, that's when you can do it.
That's how I be feeling sometimes. Like I feel like
you turn on your give a dams at midnight at your 40th birthday.
Okay, because I know because of you and a few other people in my circle, like I'm finally really for real. Like maybe I'm not. Well, not maybe. And the podcast, because we got a podcast, we got a whole podcast now. So like you can voice whatever you want, but I'm really starting to like for real just say out loud the things that
you can voice it out loud and in public. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. After 40, essentially, you really can do whatever you want. We just try not to show people our superpowers, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to have a good time, you know. We still want to have a good time, and people so, you know, edgy these days, shoot them up and shit. You know, we try to, you know, pick. You know, this ain't even worth my energy, because we do have to reserve our energy too. I don't got time.
You're right. I like a good nap here and there.
I ain't got time for arguing. I got a lot of time for.
Nah, well, I tell people I'm a lover, not a fighter, and that's real life. That's real life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a lover and a fighter.
Okay, well, yeah, y'all. That's why I call y'all if I need somebody to fight for me or whatever. But like, I with this podcast and stuff, I'm excited because I feel like even for us, and I know for me, it's therapy to be able to voice stuff out loud. You know?
Oh yeah.
The conversations that we have. It's another piece of therapy, and it's another part of. I feel like as humans, we're always healing. If you're doing the work, I feel like you're always healing. Do I ever feel like you're actually healed? I don't know. That's debatable, you know, to say I'm healed or whatever, because I feel like you're always working on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for this though, it's just like it's another form of therapy and being able to voice some stuff and getting other, you know, I know there's gonna be other opinions and everything, but maybe it touches with somebody else too. You know, that resonates. Some thoughts, some action, something that we've gone through. Resonates with somebody else. Because this is definitely like everything that we're about to talk about on all these episodes and stuff we've experienced. So we're not sitting here, you know, trying to be an expert on something, you know,
right.
Have no idea or whatever. We're telling you our personal firsthand experience with these things, you know, and no, everybody's experience ain't gonna be the same, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's the ideal part. Like for me, I guess when we even talk about this, it's like somebody can relate. Somebody else has, you know, slashed tires in their past life. They can relate. You know, some people sometimes want to run away from home. It's just what it is, and I think that because we're so different in our experiences that we've had, I can resonate with someone because naturally folks look at on the outside looking in, everyone feels like you got it all together. They thinking like, I don't know, people think my life is just great because I'm retired. Then they're like, she got a house, she went to school, they see you do stuff like that, and it's like, oh, it's life is just great for you too. And people naturally think that come from the military, like we just had the red carpet laid out for us. So having these conversations out loud, I should say, because that's what this is now. Having these conversations out loud not only allow the people who are in our same situations to, you know, be seen, but also to ensure those people who are leading, who are heading in some of our same directions, they may know that either turn around or this is a good direction to go in. Because, you know, we got some crazy stuff. We got some really great stuff, you know. People really need to know, like, there's both. There's good, there's bad, there's ugly, there's the worst, and I like it. Plus, I just it kind of makes me feel like I get to battle with a group instead of, you know, like win a little.
That too, and then just even there, I think it's something to be said about willing to be vulnerable in like public spaces too, you know.
Oh, right, there's sure.
Definitely something to be said about that, and I think that in itself, especially within our community, because you know we're always taught that we don't talk about family business outside the house. No matter whether it's good, bad, whatever, you know, you keep it to yourself and you don't talk about it, don't discuss it and everything else. I feel like a lot more of us would be less traumatized if we actually talked about the junk, you know?
Yeah, and more direct, you know.
Yep.
But I guess that's good. And I looks like we probably should be wrapping this up then.
Yep, for sure. So this is, just a little taste of whatever. It's called randomly speaking for a reason, like one thought,
Yeah.
another thought, and everything. So if you looking for a podcast that's regimented and everything, this is not gonna be the one for you to watch.
But if you want a Jack in the Box surprise,
Hey, don't
the conversations are Jack in the Box conversations. All right, dang on it, surprise.
Good.
From 1 minute to the next, the topics will change. We should call it rotating topics. No, because they don't rotate.
No, they don't even really rotate. Sometimes we end up on something that we really like, and we're like, hey, we spent an hour talking about that.
I know, we definitely talked. We started talking. I forgot. We started talking the other day about when I was at the park. We was talking about going the event. You went to your friend's appointment.
Oh yeah.
And then by that time, by the end of that, our conversation was like on food or something in the refrigerator. Like it was like a diet routine.
And we did learn about each other. Our definition.
We did,
I ain't got no food is different.
I ain't got no food for real this time though. I've been eating it all.
Does your refrigerator look like my refrigerator look?
Every day, huh?
Does your refrigerator look like mine look? Like when you open up your refrigerator, is it like, you see God? You know what I'm saying?
My refrigerator looks like yours. I have 5 days where I have 3, 4, 5. I have 5 protein, like meat proteins left. Well, I ain't gonna say meat. I got 1 meat protein and 4 fish left. I'm having fish and shrimp today. My neighbor asked me about crab legs. The only thing was I was like, man, that means I gotta send her $40. And I'm like, damn, do I really want to send $40 out? Anyway, but I got fish and shrimp for today. Thawed that out already. I got veggies. So I have about a week's worth of food left, and then I will have to buy groceries. Like absolutely have to buy groceries. Well, I won't have to buy groceries, but I won't have to meat or fish. Because I did give a little boy my tuna and stuff.
Oh yeah, see, so I have to. The only reason I have to go out and buy some groceries right now because I'm about to have a house full of people this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And like for the people, you have to take care of them because they're kids.
Yeah.
And everything. But other than that, I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I go with the flow. So I pray whoever come into my life, you know what I'm saying, and want to be my girl and stuff, that they help me out with the nutritional part, or else ain't neither one of us gonna be eating too much.
I just don't want nobody to be, I feel like people be expecting big mama's meals, and you're not gonna get that here, bro. My 1 meal won't be 2,500 calories. That ain't my jam. It won't be that way. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? So for me, I will eat some cake though. So there you go.
I will, but but what I'm saying though is like, of course I eat cookies. I started to make sugar cookies this morning. I'm gonna make sponge cake tonight. But yeah, it's like a little quick, easy sponge cake recipe.
Quick, easy sponge cake. Well, now I'm gonna go down the street and I'm gonna buy me a piece of cake. No, I'm not making a cake right now. I'm not. I have
the only why I am is because I said I was not gonna pee. I haven't bought no food. I haven't bought nothing outside the house. Nothing. I promise. Mm-hmm. I ate live butter beans and scrambled eggs this morning.
Okay, so I did have beans after my workout. I had beans, chili beans, so only because my friend made some. He made some and gave me a bowl. I got 1 more serving left or whatever.
I've been eating leftovers. I've been cooking and then eating the leftovers for breakfast if they're available. I have been eating what's in here. For one, I have plenty food. I don't know, I don't have food for Joni.
Yeah.
But technically, right now, I would feel like I have nothing and I need to go grocery shopping for myself, but I don't. It's an untruth. So I have been eating what's in here.
I said, you got food in there. Like me put together a meal. I got the steak. I got rice. and I think I have 2 pieces of fish. I have cod. I didn't really like how I cooked the cod last time. That was my first time cooking cod, and I got some salmon. But
I've been eating tilapia. I've been eating 2 pieces of tilapia each day, and then
if I had tilapia, I want to fry it and eat it with some grits.
Oh no, I just saute it in the pan every time.
I want to fry it and eat it with some grits. You say tilapia, I'm thinking like, ooh, a nice crispy piece of tilapia with some grits or something. That's
the funny thing is my meals don't be meals like that. Like I have food in here, but I'll eat the fish now. About an hour from now, I might eat the Brussels sprouts. From somewhere, I might eat the rice. Like I just be eating, you know. But
no, I do gotta
we done closed this thing out twice already.
Yeah, I gotta go to the grocery store and I have to.
Oh yeah, you do gotta do that. I'ma do what I do. Chop this up, and
we don't know what she's doing, but she's gonna do what she do.
I'm going to. What I'm gonna do is make the sponge cake. I'm probably gonna make the sugar cookies because I took the butter out and let it be at room temperature already, and I gotta edit this, and I gotta put some more designs on my pay hip because I ain't been getting many hits, and I need the moolah. So I gotta do some like holiday designs, which I'm not gonna do that today. I'll probably do that tomorrow. That's a lot because it takes a lot of time. Once I get into Canva and sit down, I really gotta be in it. So
I feel you. I'm gonna be asking you probably for some Canva something. I know I need something, but I gotta slow down. Slow my rug. I got a lot on my plate right now.
I got your one email too. Just that I didn't want to wrap that up, you know, me doing PTSA and all that stuff, the message for the books. So, but
oh yeah, I definitely got it. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna do another account on my new account stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have to load the stuff back up, and then I'll give you access to that so you can see the dimensions and stuff.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that and make this cake, and I might take a little walk around my neighborhood. If you haven't noticed, there's no activity because I have not had my watch on at all.
No, you ain't got that.
I haven't had my watch on.
And I know it was it, but
I was like, damn, dog, you know, you really mucking it up. But so yeah, I'll do that. Then I'll text you and aggravate you later. But
all right, cool, because I'm about to go out here and try to aggravate some people.
Well, you go buy groceries and welcome y'all, and we thank you so much for joining us on our podcast. Randomly Speaking.
Where we stay random.
We'll see if stay real. We'll see y'all next week.